Good afternoon, everybody. My name is David Fierstein. I'm the owner of Powercall Sirens. Today we're going to be doing a review on the Phoenix Pro 200 electronic siren, which includes the ECTO siren, the Bad Boys tone, and a number of other items. I told Phoenix that we were going to do this review. We were going to talk about the good, we're going to talk about the bad, what I do like, what I don't like. We're going to start with Phoenix. As many of you know, there's a lot of big brand warning light and siren manufacturers out there. We all know how much they charge. They're very expensive. You're going to purchase a 200-watt siren with a lot of features from a lot of the big manufacturers, and it's going to cost you anywhere from $400 to $500 to possibly $600 depending on what you buy. Phoenix's business platform, as far as I have been told, is they want to offer a quality product which is guaranteed to be made in the United States at a low cost. They have done that. They've become increasingly popular, and a lot of the big names and the big manufacturers have contacted them wondering why they're doing what they're doing, it sounds like. The good part about this company is they are creating an American-made product, guaranteed and proven to be made in the United States, and they're offering it at a low cost to the consumer, making them very popular and a very awesome product in my opinion. The Phoenix Storm Pro 200 siren has the ECTO siren in it. As many of you know, I have been trying to put an ECTO siren together for about 2 to 3 years. We've come up with about 2 to 3 different versions of it, and we've never been able to come up with a good tone. Phoenix has done that, and for a very low cost. To start out, so you know, you can get the ECTO siren in a 100 or a 200 watt siren for $189. There are some goods and some bads to this. The siren comes in a box which looks like this. Very well packaged, very well put together. The siren itself looks something like this. And I'm sure many of you who are watching this have probably seen this before, seen this unit before. Remember that most manufacturers of sirens, me being one for Powercall, when I sell a siren to my customers, they get a siren, they get a wiring harness, they get a triggering method, being a switch box or some type of switching unit. That is what I thought this company would do. Unfortunately, what they have done is they are selling a siren and a microphone, and there is no wiring harness, there's no triggering method. So if you purchase this siren just like it is, you're going to get it, and you're not going to be able to use it until you figure out a way to turn it on and off. You have to have some type of switch box or switching method or toggle switch or something to be able to activate the unit. It is not included in this siren, nor is a wiring bundle or harness. In my opinion, this is not smart, and I've contacted Phoenix and I've had conversations with them about this, and hopefully this is something that they will fix in the future. But in the long run, you can still get an ECTO siren at 200 watts or 100 if you use a 100 watt speaker for $189, and it includes a lot of tones, and I'm talking a lot of tones. Most of them I personally don't think sound that good. I've spoken with them, and I'm hopefully going to be able to communicate with their engineers in the future to help them with this, but for now I like the siren because it has the ECTO tone. I don't care for the other tones. They have put a Powercall sound in there, which sounds really bad in my opinion. But again, the technology is there, and I'm hoping that this is something they're going to improve on in the future. So enough of the chitter chatter. I'm going to turn this unit on, okay? Basically, and I'm going to try to do a close-up so you guys can see what I'm talking about. This has a number of connections, okay? You have a power and a ground connection right here. You have a speaker 1 and a speaker 2 connection, as you can see. The red is generally supposed to match up with the red, and the yellow is generally supposed to match up with the yellow, but for some reason it's backwards. But either way, tomato, tomato, it's okay. So basically what you've got in this unit is you have inputs on the side. You have one for your microphone, you have one for a possible controller down the road, you have the programming micro USB for later use, and then you have a little small button there. The little small button changes the tones on every single one of these outputs. So you can hook up one of these outputs, which is triggered by 12 volts, and you can hit this button on the side, and it's going to cycle through every single one of these tones. which is kind of cool. It's a great technology, and it's something that's going to be really awesome in the long run. So I'm going to basically take my jumper wire here, which is the blue wire you see in my hand, and I'm going to touch the first tone, and this is what I've programmed. Basically, you have your first tone, which is your whale tone. It's there, it works, okay? Now, granted, I have this gated to about 7 watts because I wouldn't be able to handle the 100 or 200 in my closed office here. The second tone I have, it's not bad, okay? My personal opinion is it should be a little bit of a deeper tone, but it's still not bad. The third tone we have is your yelp tone, okay? Fourth tone you have is a hyper yelp. That sounds good to me, okay? The next tone is your air horn tone. And then finally, the one I have programmed last. Now this will loop constantly until you let it go. Once you let it go, it's going to go through one more cycle and you're going to get the off tone, okay? I'm going to remove it right now. Now, in my opinion, for $189, whether or not I like any of the other tones in this Siren, that is worth it to me. Ladies and gentlemen, you can get yourself an ECTO Siren, which will push 200 watts if you wanted to, for $189. Regardless of what I like about this Siren, regardless of what I don't like about this Siren, that trumps it all. $189 and you've got an ECTO Siren. You don't have to use any of the Siren other features. You can leave them all unhooked. Just that tone is worth the $189. Okay? Now, I could put 12 volts to this unit and I can hit this button on the side and it's going to go through all the different tones until I choose the one I want. Watch. I'm pressing it right now. The bad boys tone.
Move out of the way.
Bunch of other different tones.
Out of the way. Pull over. Pull over. Step out of the vehicle. Step out of the vehicle.
I'm going to keep going through them until they get to the other ones.
Remain.
That's a tone test. Okay, I'm going to keep going until so you can hear them all. That's supposed to be an electronic cue. Sorry, guys. There's just no such a thing as an electronic cue. I think that sounds really bad, in my opinion. But it's there to use if you want it. Different tone. Okay. A little slow, in my opinion. Now, I just got to say it out loud. That sounds horrible to me. That's not the Powercall tone. It sounds kind of like it, but I am hoping that in the future I can work with their engineers and we can work as a partnership and I can get them the real tone to put in there, which it will sound fantastic. So I'm going to keep going with the different buttons. Okay, so in a nutshell, you can go through them all day, but in a nutshell, you've heard what they sound like. What I've said to many other people, I've spoken to Phoenix. Phoenix knows my concerns about how things sound. I back this company because I think what they are doing for the economy is fantastic. This is an American-made, proven made in the United States product. They're selling all their products for a very low cost considering the other manufacturers are selling them for 4 times that. It's good for the consumer, it's good for business, and it's good for the end user that they don't have to spend a lot of money to get a quality product, which will help in your costs. I'll say it till I'm blue in the face, $189 to get a 100 or a 200 watt ECTO Siren. Regardless of what you like or you don't like about this Siren, that $189 is worth every penny to me. These are available on our website at powercallsirens.com. We are a full dealer for Phoenix. We're going to be adding more and more of their products down the road. If you have any questions about this, if you need any literature, or there's anything I can help you with to convince you that this is the way to go to get an ECTO Siren and many other tones, feel free to contact me at the office. Our number is toll-free at 866-774-7367. directly at 703-669-1193. And to close on this video, I'm going to reiterate that when you buy this Siren, it comes with the unit and a microphone. That's it, okay? What I'm going to offer on my site to some of my customers is for an extra maybe $10 or $15, I'm going to give you about 6 to 8 feet of wiring and a couple toggle switches. That way you can trigger this if you want without having to go to your local store and trying to find wire and trying to find switches. You all know that it's hard to do that, especially when Radio Shack isn't around anymore. So take note when you're buying this. You can choose that option, or right next to this on our website you can get the controller that they're offering, which I'm not sure what the cost is yet. It's going to be around $100-something. I believe it's called, and you'll have to pardon me, I have the book right here. It's called a 4200 mini controller. I don't know if you can see this. The 4200 mini controller is a flat mounted trigger that you could use to trigger the Siren. Once again, the downfall of the microcontroller, it still doesn't have a wiring harness. So you're going to have to get wire no matter what you do. Again, this is not my preference. I think this is not a smart move, but I'm hoping that this is something that you're going to fix in the future. So be prepared to buy your own wire and buy your own switches if you purchase the unit. But again, it's fantastic. We've been trying to do the ECTO Siren for years. They've got it. It's $189. It's cheap. It's no big deal to go find some wiring and find some switches and deal with it. So I hope you like the Siren. I think it's worth it for the $189. It's available on our website. They are in stock now. If I can answer any questions, feel free to hit me up on my live chat. Send me an email. Whatever I can do to help. Again, my name's David Fierstein. I'm the owner of Powercall Sirens. If I could be of any further assistance or any questions, feel free to hit up. Thanks so much. Have a great night.